This is Jay Ali, aka Trap House Jealousy, and you're now plugged in with the plug.
Girl, you got that Uchi wallet, and I cannot leave without you. I bet you taste like $1,000.
What's up, everybody? This is Alexis, and we're sitting down chopping it up with Mr. Jay Ali himself. Talk to the fans.
How y'all doing?
Okay, so we're gonna get right into it. So you recently just released Passion and Patience. How did you choose that name for the project?
Well, up until that point, I hadn't done music for like a year, so it was just me giving the fans something that, they've been very patient for. They were anticipating another project, so until that project was ready, I wanted to definitely hold them over with some records, and so I had to be patient too, because as much as I wanted to drop my full project, it's all about timing, so we all had to have passion and patience together, so.
Okay, and what full project will you be releasing? What's the name of that?
Trap House Jealousy 2.
Okay.
Change shit too.
And when will we be hearing that?
No date right now.
No date? Okay, you gotta be.
But we're dropping the first single at the end of October.
Okay.
On Halloween. Yeah.
Okay, so we're still being patient. Okay. So you sing a lot about past relationships. How easy is it for you to be vulnerable in your music?
It's easier than lying.
Is it?
You gotta think of a whole different story if you're not being, entirely telling the truth, and not necessarily your truth, but a perspective of something you viewed or heard about and something you could delve into. But I think if you're just putting random words together, the fans are gonna feel like that, and you can hear a song and tell that, maybe they're not as connected to the messages they sing, and then you hear other records, popular or not, that the artist seems to be a little bit more honest, and it seems to come out through the music. So I think expressing myself that way is a bit smarter than I had done in the past, so it just takes time as an artist and as a person to be comfortable with saying certain shit,
Yeah. Okay, so what's your favorite song from the project and why?
Talk Less.
Wow, that's my favorite too.
Yeah, that's my shit.
Yeah.
Because just how it came about, my producer Biz was on Snapchat, and I'm in the other room, like brushing my teeth or something, and I hear a song is going off, and I'm like, yo, what Snap was that? What was that? He was like, man, bro, I'm just going through Snap, I don't even know, I can't play it, and I was like, fuck. So I just went on Google and typed the lyrics in, and I was like, okay, I knew it was a familiar song, it was Ashanti, so I got my acapellas for the Ashanti song, I chopped up a certain part, and so I told my producer, I'm like, yo, we need to sample an R&B song like this, but let's go against the grain and do something like make the drums more tropical and more upbeat, more like pop driven, and a lot of people go more of the soulful route when they go do a sample from an R&B song, because it's easy, it's hard to fuck up a great song, but it's harder to improve a great song, and I think I improved it in my own way and made it kind of my own, and it doesn't sound like the original, so I think that's cool. So yeah, it was my favorite because, just how it came about, and I did it in like a day, and it was just, the next day I knew it was dope, and I didn't promo for it, I just dropped it, and people went crazy, so they felt like I felt.
Are you coming out with a video to it?
Yeah, we're shooting a video second week of October.
Oh, we doing everything in October, huh?
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy in October. Yeah, we're shooting like a couple videos, and so Talk Less is definitely coming soon for sure.
Okay, so I guess the ladies want to know: are you a player or you just crush live?
I don't have time. In college I was. I had time, but I'm more selective because I don't really have time. So I'm very picky about who I let around me. Because if you're around me, you're gonna know some shit about me. I move a certain way. My music is like me, so it's like my homies know a lot about me, and so I feel like if you're gonna be around me, I gotta trust you. And the screening process is extensive. So you might get what you want, but I might too. That might be it. So.
Okay, I think we got our answer. So I would describe your music as a vibe. So take us through how you curate from just lyric wise, in the studio, all that. What do you do to get ready to create music?
It depends on kind of how I'm feeling. So for instance, if I'm in trap mode, meaning the producers sent me a batch of more high octane, expressive club type of beats, which I do kind of in the vein of if you heard Playhouse by me or what to do with K-Cam. You know, I only have 2 songs like that. But people like, yo, when are you gonna make more stuff like that? So I write a lot of stuff like that. And so that's less thinking and more just expressing, and the ad-libs count a little bit more on a song like that, so you can just kind of have more fun on the creative side, and the lyrics, as long as they make sense, you can focus more on the actual colors of the picture as opposed to what you're painting. And so I think of it like that. Now with R&B, I focus way more on the words because it's less words in the R&B song because you got less time than a rap song. Rap song, you got way more words, way more time. R&B song, the beat's not as crazy, so people are listening more. So with that, I just make sure, you know, I always start with the hook. I always write the hook. Whatever beat I get, fast forward, find the hook, sing a melody, smoke, go in there, lay the melody, come out, lay the ad-libs, go back in, some doubles on there, and then finish the song. And so usually a song will take me 20 minutes.
20 minutes? That's it?
Yeah, it would. I mean, of course, there's like mixing and like change that. But as far as like the lyrics and everything, it'll probably take me 15, 20 minutes. If I'm really, really loving the song. If I don't like it, it'll take me longer, and it might not ever come out. So.
Okay. What are your major music influences? You have to name like 3.
If I can name 3 artists, you mean, right?
Yeah.
I would say The Dream,
That's a good one.
T-Pain, and Avant.
Avant. Okay, so it's no secret that you're a Kappa.
Yeah.
Have those experiences helped you create music better, or?
Yeah, definitely. You know, I grew up around, I had an older sister, so I grew up around her and her friends. And so my perspective was just always, I got friend zoned a lot, but it was a great thing growing up to be that dude that happened to. Because you get to appreciate women more because that is, all you have to offer is that aspect of what they want from you. So you want to offer more, but it lets you be a friend first. You know, that shit helps, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta have women in your corner who you're not intimate with because you can get those honest experiences with them. And not saying that you couldn't if you were, but you know, it helps to have that unbiased opinion. So I've always had, you know, a lot of women around me, whether it's my DJ or producer or my graphic designer, a lot of women I work with now, you know, do a lot of my stuff. And so being a Kappa, we have women's appreciation and things like that. And yeah, it helped. You know, my first time wearing a suit was because I was a Kappa. Like, I was wearing baby shit. They were like, bro, you can't come to these meetings and like baby shit. I'm like, what? I'm young, so I'm like, and for like the first year I wasn't hearing it. I was just doing what I wanted to. But it helped me grow as a man. Like, you gotta wear a suit. You gotta, man, it's presentable. You gotta, blah blah. I didn't have long hair at the time, so you know, you don't need to be clean cut. And so it just helped you, and it helped me navigate in the corporate world, which I did for a bit in college. And so yeah, you treat people with respect and you want to get it back because being in a frat, you have to represent the whole, and not just on the collegiate level, but the frat is a business, and so it employs people, so that's on people's livelihood. So you got to take in consideration how women view you, how people think you move, and so I like to think it directly reflects my music, for sure.
Oh, that's good. Okay, so you sampled Shanti Baby on Topless, and you sampled a lot of other songs. How do you decide if you want to just sample a song or not?
You know what's so funny? I'm gonna name you all the songs I've ever sampled. It's Ashanti Baby, Travis Scott, Marie, I'm Drunk for the song Trust Me. I sampled R. Kelly, Step in My Room for Casual in My Room on Trap House Odyssey. I sampled the melody from Foxy Brown, Take You Home Tonight for Me You. And I sampled Donnell Jones for the song Ship. That's all I've ever sampled. So, you know what's crazy? A lot of people think I'm music sample based off like 5 songs, but it's dope because I did those 5 songs really, really early. The last time I sampled in over a year was Talk Less. So I don't get my thrills off sampling that much. So I'm very selective. And so my first kind of niche was like sampling an R&B song and flipping it, like with Shook with the Donnell Jones, or I sample Kehlani Niggas on Late Night Flex. So I sample songs that people don't expect me to sample, and I make them my better version of that. You know what I'm saying? Like how Wayne used to do when he would hop on somebody's beat. You would forget it was that nigga's song, you know what I'm saying? So I kind of wanted people to be like, yo, you really made it your own. But at first, with like the first like Suge, like I kind of played more into the sample, so but it was too easy. And I was like, man, I don't want to get known for this formula because it's so easy to emulate and different people do it, and it's not really a challenge because it's hard to ruin Aaliyah, it's hard to ruin Ron Isley, it's hard to ruin Silk and R. Kelly, it's hard to ruin these things. You can fuck it up and not ruin it because it's still R. Kelly. People are like, well, I like the sample enough that I'll let you do your thing on there. So I respect a lot of artists. I don't sample Sade, I don't sample Jodeci. I cut a nigga off if they send me that type of beat. Like, my homies know not to do it. There's some artists I respect so much that I don't want you to send me any sample. Because I intend to work with them in real life. Now I want them like, hey, you clear that sample? Like, what happened with that? Like, oh, you heard that? And I know, so some people that I hold in a different regard that I don't want to sample them. But, you know, like the Shanti one, I couldn't help it, you know, and the Daniel Jones one, I couldn't help it. So the vibe it hit me when I hear the song, I'm like, yo, I gotta sample that part. I don't like sampling hooks of songs. I like sampling the bridge, the verse, a lesser known part. So people are like, yo, what is that song? You know, so.
Yeah, I remember when I was listening to Shook, I knew it was a sample, but I'm like, I don't know who this is. And I'm like, I went back and I heard it randomly on Pandora. I'm like, oh, this is Shook. And it's like, wow.
Thank you.
Yeah, so it was really good. That was my favorite. Okay, so in Talk Less, you said you bet that she tastes like 1,000 ounces. Yeah. Okay, like you gotta explain that, like.
Oh yeah, you know what's so crazy? That's the one line I've ever said that people like hit me up about, like, yo, did you really mean? I'm like, yeah, I just first, it'll be the same thing if I said barbecue sauce or ranch dressing, like ketchup. I just like that shit. I like 1,000 items. I don't eat red meat anymore, so I used to eat them burgers and shit, you know what I'm saying? So like I just put it on salad, burgers, paninis, that was just my thing. But since I cut out red meat, I kind of stopped craving the taste for it. So like around Talk Less, I was like around the last time I was eating red meat, and so I just happened to say like, yo, I bet you taste like, if I could pick at that time a flavor for a girl taste like, it would be 1,000 ounces. That's my shit.
So funny.
Yeah, it was really that. Yeah, it was like 1,000 ounces a lot.
I was listening like, what? 1,000 ounces? Like, it's kind of like, you know, it has a weird taste. So just give up. Okay, so like you're notorious for talking to your fans and interacting with them on social media. How important is it for you to build an organic fan base and, you know, talk to your fans?
Yeah, I try to talk to people as much. I'll respond. There's nobody who's ever messaged me that I said nothing to. You might have got just an emoji if I don't know what to say, but I'll answer anybody. Even if you say some fuck shit, I'll be like, man, thank you. You be like, what? I'm like, what you want me to say? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I appreciate the positivity. I see the good in everybody. So someone's approach might not necessarily be there, but I'm like, you obviously fuck with me, so like I fuck with you for that. And so, you know, people don't expect me to respond. So usually it's like, oh shit, they responded. I'm like, yeah. I don't have a lot of followers on Snapchat, so I do it a lot more on there. Cause I'm more, people are like, is this really you? I'm like, yeah, what you want me to do? Like, I'll send a picture, like, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Just cause I know that like, when I was in college, like artists, like, I like the cool kids, right? So I seen like Mikey Rocks in the mall, like, bro, one day we're gonna work. I just wrote a hook for the album. You know what I'm saying?
I heard it.
So like, for me, when I fan out over somebody or ever have, I tell them like, yo, I ain't gonna go too crazy because I'm gonna see you one day. Like Eric Bellinger, I was shooting kind of shit content like y'all shooting for him 4 years ago. You know what I'm saying? And then he put two and two together like, yo, did you used to? I was like, yeah. He's like, oh shit, I didn't know that was you. And the video's still on his page from 4 years ago. But, you know, it's important. You never know who somebody's gonna be. I had people who didn't talk to me or like didn't respond to me. And not that I said something like crazy to warrant a response, but just be like paying respect or something. Then I'll see them later, or like they'll like realize I'm a different person or I grew, and I'll still respect them. Like, yo, man, I still fuck with you. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I just, that's how I move, because every artist I've worked with, even if the song didn't come out, from Party to the fucking Isaiah Rashad, whatever the artist is, I met them like, yo, one day we gonna blah, 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 and then I did it. So for me, if somebody say, yo, one day we gonna work, I be like, nigga, prove it. Be there. Like, be there when you say you're gonna be there. If you really about that, you just talking shit. You said 2 years, you don't see me. 2 years, I'm ready to hear from you. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause you never know. Your response could be the boost to somebody's confidence. Like, yo, he really fuck with me. Even if I'm not, enough for me to respond to you, might feel away. So you never know, that could be someone's confidence booster. So
yeah, it definitely helps a lot. Okay, so what's next for you? Like, what can we expect? Tell us again. Let us know where we can follow you and find out your music.
Yeah, everything is Ye_Ali. So Halloween, Chris Brown's dropping his album, Diary of a Heartbreak on the Full Moon. I think I'm pretty sure it's Halloween right now. Hopefully. I'm helped with a joint called Other Niggas. They sampled Ammunition.
Oh, I can't wait to hear this.
Yeah, it's crazy. So they kind of like made like a more up-tempo version, so it's dope. And so shout out to the producers Foreign Tech and Vontae Kratos for sampling that Christian Hard. What else? Larry Jones, artist out of this rapper out of the Bay. I'm working on some stuff with him for his project Kidding. Then my project, I'm not sure when it's coming, but Trap House 22.
Coming soon.
I may drop a project before that, like Private Suite 2. I'm working on that as well. And that's more like the sample based, like old DA that people are like, yo, you want that old shit? I got you. So expect some of that. The first single off the album, Wedding Bands, featuring KK, that's coming at the end of the month. Yeah, so probably hit the road again soon in a couple months.
Are you gonna be going on tour?
Yeah, whenever we figure it out, the music's gotta come first. So once that drops, it'll be easier to have everything else come. So.
Okay.
Your body saying yes to me. Wanna see you do more, talk less for me. Your body saying yes to me.